Okay guys, today we are going to confess to you the very best moments and the very worst of our relationship.
In our brand new apartment.
Yeah, we just renovated everything. It is gorgeous.
Right, as you can see, the room is totally empty. We're still working on it. Try to moving in probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks for our best as soon as possible. So yeah, like if you guys want to make a room tour video, leave a comment or floating comment to let us know, all right? So let's start with the words to get it out of the way.
Yikes, all right. By the way, it's BeeRose in China or CavnRose, depending on where you are watching this.
Right, let's take you back to the beginning of 2020. That's right, you know exactly where this is going. The COVID times.
So we all went through them. But in China, we went through them first. You can call us the pioneers of COVID and lockdowns. It was really hard on our new marriage, and not just us, others in general. So let me give you a not so fun fact. Divorce rates skyrocketed during the virus. The government actually had to implement a cool down period for couples to go through, like a month or 2 months, so that they could really think over if they wanted to get a divorce.
Right.
Now, we never talked about divorce, but it was hard on us and it pushed people's relationships to the limits. But actually, some people thrived. Couples, individuals, it just depended on who the person was or the couple was.
Yeah, the case is we just get married. Like we are still new to each other. You know, this is the first time we're moving together to live, not like individual anymore. So the first few days during the lockdown, I think it's okay. Like I try to be a, sweet to you gentleman, not dealing with small detail things. But I think the longest lockdown is like 2 weeks or something.
Something like that.
So the second week and so on, the more and more, because we both worked at home for quite a long time, like 2 months or something, right?
Yes.
So it's pretty hard.
Our apartment was pretty small.
Yeah.
And also we were facing the pressure of not knowing how severe the virus was. Like we didn't know if we got the virus, if we would live or die.
Right.
And I think the whole world felt like that because it was just this new unknown thing. Back then, I really didn't have anybody that I could talk to because my friends didn't understand what I was going through because, like I said, we went through everything first. So it was just pretty hard for them to wrap their mind around it. And also my parents, talking to them, it made things worse because all they could recommend was to come back to the States. But how could I leave my husband? Because you didn't have a visa to go to the States.
Right.
And if I would have left, I would not have been able to get back into China because the borders closed to foreigners for a very, very long time. So if I would have left, I don't know when we could have been reunited, and that would have been super hard on our relationship.
We were just new couple, and I'm not gonna deal with a long distance relationship. That's just too brutal.
I don't like long distance either. Back then, I wish I would have known about BetterHelp, who is actually the sponsor of today's video. BetterHelp connects you with licensed therapists who are trained to listen and give helpful, unbiased advice. But how can you match with someone who fits you? Well, first things first, you can use my link, betterhelp.com/BeeRose, answer a few questions, and then BetterHelp will match you to a professional who has years of experience in helping people with struggles just like yours. And the best thing is you can do it all from your phone or computer via phone call, video chat, or messaging. It's whatever you feel the most comfortable with. It's the easiest way to start talking to a therapist. Let BetterHelp connect you to a therapist, all from the comfort of your own home. Just visit betterhelp.com/BeeRose or choose BeeRose in China during sign up to get a special discount on your first month. Now let's get back to our love story.
All right, you want to start it?
Sure. So let's jump right into how we met. I met Kev shortly after I moved to China. We actually worked at the same company together. I was working for another department and I was asked to do a favor for his department. And I didn't know that I would be working with anybody else. But yeah, I took the favor and I went to go do this live class for like 4,000 kids, and he was the guy helping me.
Yeah, I'm the guy, the guy. Yeah, I was like an IT engineer, so I was supposed to support her work and make sure nothing happened, no glitch, no internet problems. You know, it's just a backup plan B. So just make sure everything's smooth.
So like he was just a random dude, and for the most part I just ignored him, but he was very, very helpful and sweet and also not pushy. Like a lot of the Chinese guys that I met when I moved to China, they were very pushy about like wanting to go on dates with me or wanting to learn English with me and so on. But like he was very respectful, kept a healthy distance, and also said some really, really sweet things to me. Like just showed his heart.
Yeah.
Without even really trying.
I think I remember I tried to make a joke.
No.
Okay, I'm terrible on jokes, so yeah, I try to say something like, hey, why your hair is wet? Something like that, right? Did I?
Yeah, you asked me if I just had taken a shower.
Right.
And I said, actually, I haven't showered in weeks.
Yeah, I think it's super funny.
So I was the one cracking jokes.
Right. Yeah, it's just curious, you know? Like there's no one who showed up with a wet hair.
I think that's a very Chinese thing. I think Chinese people are afraid to shower and go outside with wet hair, or to shower and go to bed with wet hair. But you see, my curls, they don't respond very well to me blow drying it, and I don't want to blow dry it straight and then straighten it. So yeah, I just let it dry naturally all the time.
Yeah. So I think our first met is pretty successful, and you definitely know me. Like remember me, I definitely remember you.
Anyways, who made the first move? Take a guess. Me, him, guess. It was me. So yeah, it's beyond me why he didn't make the first move, but I felt like he was very special, so I messaged his coworker, or the person that I was working with in his department, and I didn't really know how to casually ask for his number without it being super weird, so I just said like, hey, I lost something, can you ask Cav if he saw it? And she ended up just giving me his WeChat, which was perfect because then we just started talking.
Yeah, thanks for April.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I saw I'm gonna see you again, because usually this is like a long-term, you know, like a relationship, the team works, but I never saw like, this might be just a, you know, one-time thing. Cause
it was twice.
You're just doing a favor, so this.
I was so busy with my original job, so yeah, this was just a favor that I did. I guess that they were understaffed or something. Right. So yeah, for sure, why not?
So this is fate, actually. Yes. Literally fate.
Literally.
Yeah. There's a chance we might never meet each other again, right?
For sure.
Cool. And yeah, you reach out to me, and then I didn't know it's a trick, you know?
A trick?
Yeah, you play a trick and you get my number. Like really ran to that room and then checked.
Did you really?
Yeah, of course. I said like, oh, like there's no watch. I didn't even get it, you know?
Well, you know, I was very sneaky about it because I just didn't want to make things awkward. Like, oh my gosh, he's super cute. Can you give me his number? I didn't want people to talk about me or to gossip about.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So.
Yeah, usually, I don't know, like, I think before you, I'm more like into online datings. So I probably already talked to the girl like several weeks or months or something. So there's no awkward first meet or something like that. So we probably basically know each other, like at least the basic information. But this is different, you know.
This is called fate. This is in person.
I barely ask anybody's number because like I feel like shy, insecure. I don't know. I mean, it's just hard to talk. How to say the first word. They don't know how to handle it.
Believe it or not, as a millennial, I have never used any online dating app, ever. Any relationship I have ever had, it's been because I've met them in person. So.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's just...
It's so convenient to use online dating.
Correct.
I totally get it. But for whatever reason, you know, I've always met who I was supposed to meet, aka you. So in general, things moved very, very fast for us. I think that we fell in love very, very quickly.
Probably only a week or something.
Wow, you fell in love in a week?
Yeah, so at the beginning, I feel like I love to talk to you, and we talk a lot. We
So
talk
you-
like 24/7. It feels like non-stop.
So you feel like the first week you fell in love. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we talk a lot. Like we have a lot of
That's pretty
common
cute.
interest.
We clicked from the very beginning, and we decided to travel shortly after meeting each other. So we
Yeah.
went to Japan.
After 2 months,
Yes.
you know, we decide to travel abroad.
Abroad, yes.
Can you believe it? I mean, it makes sense, right? I fell in
Well-
love in 1 week, and then we decide to travel to Japan.
You see, I think the best way to learn about someone is to travel with them because it really pushes you to your limits and you can see how people handle stress. And yeah, we did a pretty good job. We planned a fabulous trip and there were hiccups along the way, but we both handled them
Yeah, we both-
flexibly like water.
Yeah, we both have fever.
Oh yeah, we did get sick before, that's true.
Yeah.
This was my first ever real winter because my hometown, we don't really have a real cold winter. So I feel like my body just went into total shock and I got super sick, but we had planned this trip and I wasn't going to just not go.
Right. But I got sick too, you know. So fair enough.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, I met your parents after like 3 months, and in the West, this isn't really a big deal. I feel like when you're dating someone, you can casually meet their parents. But in China, I feel like there's a lot of significance placed on this meeting. What do you guys think?
Right.
So it just felt like a really big deal, and I had to come prepared with a gift for your parents, and there was a chance that maybe they wouldn't like me and perhaps the relationship would have to stop right there because I feel like Chinese people really, really care about what their parents think, but in the West, I don't think we care as much.
Yeah, we respect the elders for sure. Like, I have to respect their opinions too, but like, bigger part is still like my decision. So I guess my parents will support me like, pretty well. But still, I will listen to their advice, but not 100%.
It's 100% my choice, who
mean,
I
it's
love.
not- yeah, but I took really seriously. I fell in love at the beginning, took you to Japan, and then after we met each other 3 months, I just took you to see my parents. And it went well. My parents like you, and yeah, I mean, they support us a lot, like since then, right?
Which I was shocked about because I talked to all of my coworkers. They told me to show up with a gift, make sure you don't come empty-handed, and also they weren't sure if they would accept me because I'm a foreigner and Cav is from Beijing, his parents are from Beijing, so.
I mean, my parents is flexible. I mean, like, I come from a very strict family, like a typical strict Beijing local Chinese family. So yeah, I mean, just follow the old way, original way. I took very seriously about our relationship. That's why I took you to see my parents. Like, this is how it works. So yeah.
And the next step was, of course, marriage.
Right.
And actually, we got married pretty fast. Fell in love fast, got married fast. So within a year of us dating, we got married. Do you guys think that's fast? I think it's super fast. But when you know, you just know.
Yeah, like we don't have any disagreement. We probably don't even have one fight. So we really can solve the problem before it become to an argument. Like it's so smooth. So I just feel like, man, you definitely the one.
I felt like we clicked from the very beginning.
Right.
And also he has such a kind heart and there's tons of chemistry, always has been. So yeah, he was just a no-brainer in my book.
Yeah, I think that personality is very important to me, like yours. So it's pretty chill, comfortable. Like even there's troubles, you don't get nervous that easily, like not like me, because I'm just react super bad all the time. You know, it's just like, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? But
So,
you just like,
yes.
calm down. So it's perfect, like fire and water. You know.
A good balance. Even though we're both water signs, we do balance each other out. Under pressure, I am very chill because I think nothing is worth fretting about too much because life is way too short.
Agreed. Yeah.
So when Kev gets a little too worked up, I try to remind him, It's okay. Take a deep breath. It's all gonna be okay.
It's like a movie. Yeah, everything is gonna be fine.
It will, you know. It definitely will. So after that, we got married on paper first, and then we wanted to plan our wedding, but then COVID hit. We've already talked about that.
Yeah, we got the certificate, and then 2 months later,
Yes,
COVID hit.
it was so fast. Like huge events in our lives, marriage and then COVID. So we didn't even think about a wedding at first because
we want to go travel. Yeah, using the honeymoon like vacation.
so we weren't able to travel, and also we weren't able to plan a wedding that fast because first off, I wanted my family to come, but there was no way that they could come at that time.
Yeah, the border locked, so
Yes.
no one in, no one out.
And then at a certain point, we were just wondering, how long are we going to have to wait to have this wedding? So we planned it for a year in advance. We planned it in the year 2021. We were hoping that the border would open and my family could come to the wedding. But we were also prepared that maybe they couldn't. So we decided that if they weren't able to, which they weren't, we would have 2 weddings, one in China and one in the States. So yeah, we have had our wedding in China. It was amazing. If you guys want a video about that, just put it in the comments.
Yep.
And I will set up, I guess, our wedding in the States with our 2 kids. Hopefully soon. They can be the
Flower boy and girl.
no, the ring bearer and the flower girl.
If your parents, your family members could come, this might be the best moment in their life because it's just blown away, mind blown. Because we had a traditional Chinese wedding.
Totally traditional.
Which is definitely gonna blow their mind.
For sure. I wish they could have come, but we did Zoom. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Zoom the
Zoom,
wedding.
Zoom,
So they were able to see it.
yeah, live streaming. There's like 30 people in there. Some of my friends is overseas, go abroad, and some of your family, not some, all of your family is in the
Family
States.
and friends, yeah.
Going in the States, so yeah, it's just hard.
Yeah.
So
So
shout out to Alex, holding the phone all the time.
yeah. Shout out to Alex. After the wedding, we did travel to many different places. We had a fabulous time and we just kind of went back to life as normal. But something incredible happened. I got pregnant
Right.
with my son, Levi, and I was super scared because we were still dealing with COVID stuff.
Right.
But actually, it seemed like his birth was super lucky because when he was born, everything changed.
Yeah, like before he born, I guess like 1 or 2 weeks, like everything just fully unlocked.
All the
But there's
policies changed.
Yeah, the policies all canceled. Like there's no lockdown. I can get inside the room with you together and to have
Witness the birth.
opportunity to witness everything. So yeah, I mean, we're just lucky,
Levi is lucky.
Yeah, everybody's lucky.
So yeah, we have a beautiful son and we are expecting to have a beautiful daughter in October. So we are super excited. So I can't believe that all of my choices and decisions led me to China, led me to taking the job with this man who I married and now will have 2 beautiful children with. So, life is crazy and things are totally unexpected around every corner. I say if you're thinking about doing something a little bit different or risky, you should go for it because you never know what's going to be waiting for you around that corner.
Yeah. Thanks to my major, I mean, even though I don't like it that much, I mean, that's why I'm doing the fashion stuff right now. But still, like if I don't have this major back to school, then I won't find this job. I don't find this job, I won't match you. If I won't match you, then there's no Levi, there's no
Baby girl.
So yeah, I mean, it's all fake.
Every step takes you to where you need to be.
Yeah, it's just amazing. Like when we thinking about this old time stuff, it just feels like, man, miracle.
A miracle that we were in the same place at the same time, especially in China. My parents like to joke that I didn't find my 1 in a million, I found my 1 in a billion,
Right.
which is true.
And I guess like if we can been through the COVID time together for like almost 3 years, 2.5 years, I guess, then we can
Make it through anything.
We can make through everything. Yeah, that's correct.
For sure. But yeah, that's our love story in a nutshell. If you guys want to see a video about anything that we mentioned, just leave us a comment. And I think that's where we're going to end today.
Yeah, I mean, there still have a lot of travel vlogs we never posted before because, you know, back then we're not like professional or just, you know, we have things to do. Now we have all the free time and free footage. We are open to share to you guys if you want to watch more travel vlog because, you know, right now we have babies, but the old stuff is pretty good, you know?
Absolutely. The reason that I wasn't pushing anything in the past is because I was working super high pressure jobs. So it was just not possible. But I actually quit my job to focus on YouTube and BiliBili totally. So yeah, that's why you guys are seeing about 1 video every week. We have stopped our flow a little bit because we're moving apartments and that's like super hard. So
yeah, moving apartment, gonna have our second baby.
There's a lot of big stuff happening.
And we're working on something else, you know, me like doing some other stuff, you know, I have my own stuff to do. Yeah, like I hope I can make more video for you guys because, you know, without your guys' help, we cannot make it this far.
Correct. I really appreciate the support of all of you and thank you so much for watching and also just being interested in us because I know that this was a highly requested video. So it's really, really sweet. I've been wanting to make this video for a really long time.
And I think I haven't showed up in front of the camera for a long time.
Correct, it's about time.
Always behind the scenes. So if you guys want to see my face more, leave a comment, you know, give me some, you know, because usually I'm not shy. I'm not shy to the camera because my original job doing the fashion stuff, you know, straight wear, you know, outfit, model, it's just supposed to be in front of the camera, so yeah.
So anyways, yeah, that's all for you guys. And we have lots of cool content coming out for you soon, so just stay tuned.
All right, then. See you next time.
Peace out. Bye.
Peace, y'all.